The nominees for Best Dress Ready to Wear are Altuzarra, Spring 2026, Look 19. Comme des Garçons, Fall 2025, Look 18. Ferragamo, Fall 2025, Look 38. Rick Owens, Spring 2026, Look 34. Simone Rocha, Fall 2025, Look 47. And the winner is Ferragamo. Congratulations. The nominees for Best Color Palette in a Single Look are Balenciaga, Fall 2025, Couture, Look 10. Enfants Déprimés, Fall 2025, Look 26. Ferragamo, Spring 2026, Look 50. Hermès, Spring 2026, Look 1. Jil Sander, Fall 2025, Look 30. And the winner is Hermès. Big round of applause for Nadège Van He, one of the most underrated designers currently working. She's incredible. I could frame this and put it on my wall. I love this look. As is the case with all of our award ceremonies at the end of the year, if you feel like we missed anything or even missed an entire category, throw it down in the comments and we will absolutely consider it for next year. No wasting of time. The nominees for Best Top are Bottega Veneta, Spring 2026, Look 68. Chanel, Spring 2026, Look 61. Christopher Esber, Spring 2026, Look 16. Enfants Déprimés, Spring 2026, Look 18. Rick Owens, Fall 2025, Look 14. And the winner absolutely has to be Bottega Veneta by Louise Trotter. Congratulations, ma'am. This debut was fucking incredible. I realize in the fashion industry right now, there's a lot of things changing, a lot of pieces moving around and stuff. This was the best top for women's of the entire year. Period. The nominees for Best Top in the men's category are Dior Men, Spring 2026, Look 41. Dries Van Noten, Spring 2026, Look 25. I Am Men, Spring 2026, Look 16. Thom Browne, Spring 2026, Look 25. Walter van Beirendonck, Spring 2026, Look 30. With such certainty, I can say the winner is Thom Browne. This is one where, honestly, if you don't know the details of it, it's really hard to appreciate it. It's all three-dimensionally stacked and sewn on buttons that create this kind of like nude illusion top thing. It's one of the situations where it's like, I don't care if you want this personally in your wardrobe. This is a piece of art that deserves to be recognized. This was one of the best single pieces I saw this entire fashion week. It's gorgeous. And just to make sure everyone understands how we do this process, Daniela and I sit down and for about a week straight, both of us separately review every single look from every single fashion week of this calendar year. This is going to be really confusing. You don't really have to worry about it, but essentially what we're doing is the fall 2025 season and the spring 2026 season for women. And then couture, it's back. This is the list of all the seasons we're doing. There are a shit ton of incredible brands that do not show on one of the big four fashion calendars, and there's a ton of brands that are in those cities, but they show off calendar. This is meant to be a celebration specifically of brands who go through the sacrifice to do a runway show. And frankly, for the smaller brands who can't be included in this list because they don't do runway shows, we talk about those brands all the time. If you check out our regular content or our Paris Fashion Week mega videos, you will find that there is a ton of representation of brands that do not choose to do a runway show because they're very expensive. But for this award ceremony, we're just celebrating runway shows. All right, let's get into some heat. The nominees for Best Jacket Women's are Bottega Veneta, Spring 26, Look 71. Chanel, Spring 2026, Look 64. Dries Van Noten, Fall 2025, Look 51. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Giorgio Armani, Fall 2025, Look 52. Hermès, Spring 2026, Look 28. And the winner is Dries Van Noten. Congratulations to Julian Klausner. He has been absolutely crushing it. This is one of those examples where it is definitely runway as fantasy. But then again, we've seen a actual person who picked up this jacket on Reels and, you know, it looks great. The nominees for Best Jacket in the men's category are Aurélie, Spring 2026, Look 1. Comme des Garçons en plus, Fall 2025, Look 32. Comme des Garçons en plus, Fall 2025, Look 33. Enfants Déprimés, Spring 2026, Look 7. Rick Owens, Spring 2026, look 12. This place is way too cold. You need a jacket. And the winner is Comme des Garçons en plus, look 33. This was such an exceptional show of product. We actually went in and got to try a lot of this stuff on, and it's mind-blowing. This is one of the best conceptual fashion collections that I am aware of. It is also the best en plus show specifically in years. Grandma Ray is literally in her 80s, and she is still churning out heat like this. It's unbelievable. Really, Comme in general had just an incredible year. And actually, I do want to say before we move on, I'm especially proud of this idea for an episode, because what most publications do who do like year-end lists or whatever, usually it's just the audience votes it in, because what that does is it makes it where they don't have to have their whole staff spending a week reviewing everything that happened over the course of the year.
Best single look women's.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it has to go into headwear. It's a hat first.
Okay. This is one that I kind of want to nominate for best single look women's.
Okay.
Oh, I nominated this actually for the
it looks like a butt plug.
Yeah, a butt plug that you're going to have to go to the hospital to get taken out of you. Like, that is not what a butt plug looks like. Sorry.
Not one that you're willing to use.
This process is always so much longer than I think it's going to be. But anyway, the nominees for best pants are Christian Dior, Spring 2026, look 17. Hermano Cervino, Fall 2025, look 16. Louis Vuitton, Spring 2026, look 37. Prabal Gurung, Fall 2025, look 12. Sunny, Fall 2025, look 3. I told y'all there would be some surprises. The winner is Louis Vuitton. Congratulations to Nicolas Ghesquière. This was a little bit of a sleeper hit for us. We really don't cover Louis Vuitton very much on the channel, but at the end of the day, there's got to be fairness in all of this, and the movement of these pair of pants is just, it's unbelievable. The little wooden discs and stuff, it's a great idea. The pattern cutting is beautiful. I have no complaints. This was the best pair of women's pants of the entire year. The nominees for best pants in the men's category are Campillo, Fall 2025, look 16. Enfants Riche Déprimés, Spring 2026, look 19. Hermès, Spring 2026, look 41. Versace, Spring 2026, look 40. Willy Chavaria, Fall 2025, look 38. And the winner is Enfants Riche Déprimés. I am really grateful that we went to the showroom to actually inspect these pants. So this is a brand new pair of pants that has been treated and distressed in just such a way so that it achieves this look. I would say that as far as the way that a lot of young men want to dress, this like I work at a mechanic shop kind of core stuff where like we wear a lot of Carhartt and imitation Carhartt. This is the best example of that look that I have ever seen since that trend started. The material for the repair is a different material than what the pants are made of. Both the materials were custom. ERD is the only brand that does stuff like this. That's the top of the mountain for this look. This is our second time doing the awards ceremony video, and our normal work is just about runway analysis and sort of taking the art on its own terms and being like, I'm not trying to rank anything. I'm trying to understand what this designer's doing. But in this case, we actually do have to pick favorites or try to figure out objectively who's the best. And it is unbelievably challenging, especially when you have tens of thousands of images to look through. It's hard as fuck. So for anybody who says that I don't have opinions, the whole thing is opinion. That's the entire point of the video. It's all opinions. No one doubts that Danny has opinions. She has very strong opinions, and she has always had super strong opinions.
I'm fine to cut those. I want to cut those.
I'm fine with cutting those.
I would like to cut those.
Yeah.
I want to keep those. Those have to stay. Those must stay. I'm sorry that
they have to stay. Yeah.
No.
What?
I would like to cut those.
I would like those to stay.
Well, we'll cut them next round. Okay.
You sound so sure. The nominees for best knit are Craig Green, Spring 2026, look 8. Dublé, Spring 2026, look 32. Hodakova, Spring 2026, look 25. Louis Vuitton, Spring 2026, look 45. Victoria Beckham, Fall 2025, look 12. The winner is Dublé. Sorry, it's the best knit of the entire year. This shit rules. Dublé is one of the only brands that pulls off being funny in an effective way. Someone get this thing to Doja Cat immediately. He has done this idea in the past, but this is by far the best version of it. It's great. You should pick this up if you want to be like the funniest person in your town. The nominees for best shorts are Dior, Spring 2026, look 1. Dries Van Noten, Spring 2026, look 19. Dries Van Noten, Spring 2026, look 56. Etro, spring 2026, look 42. Hermès, fall 2025, look 16. And the winner is Hermès. These are, we've seen them in person. You've tried them on. These are unbelievable shorts. This motif in general is really great. And I think it encapsulates Hermès's mission to sort of make clothes for extraordinarily wealthy women who do things. Plus, these are sexy as hell. Those are awesome. Thank you for making booty shorts, Hermès. They're great. I really hope, by the way, that you're going to use this video to learn about some brands that you didn't know much about before. Like if something piques your interest, you should absolutely make a note of it and then go look into all of their stuff after you finish with the video. We have some absolute heat. Our whole goal is to just put you on to great stuff. The nominees for Best Coat are Alaïa, Fall 2025, look 22. Altuzarra, Fall 2025, look 24. Kate, Fall 2025, look 37. Prada, Fall 2025, look 32. Thom Browne, Spring 2026, look 50. The best coat of the year for women's is Altuzarra. Congratulations. This is phenomenal. And frankly, before we started doing these award shows, we did not know much about Altuzarra. This brand produces phenomenal work. They absolutely deserve this spot. Danny just said that they are chronically underrated, and I strongly agree with that. Best Coat Men's nominees are Balenciaga, Fall 2025, look 27. Calvin Klein Collection, Fall 2025, look 40. Institution by Galib Ghassanov, Spring 2026, look 22. Junya Watanabe Man, Fall 2025, look 27. Thom Browne, Fall 2025, look 18. The winner is Junya Watanabe. Congratulations. This coat is, it's gorgeous. It's perfect. You'll notice there's different plaids mixed in with each other, and it just looks natural as can be. And the use of this other material that's just built into the jacket, the whole thing is fantastic. Congrats, King. The nominees for Best Headwear are, this one is going to be really fun. Courrèges, Spring 2026, look 1. Métier Fical, Spring 2026, look 8. Schiaparelli, Spring 2026, look 4. Sunny, Fall 2025, look 28. Valentino, Spring 2025, Couture, look 8. The winner is Schiaparelli. Congratulations to Daniel Roseberry. Simple but rare, excellent execution, and I mean, it's Schiaparelli. You know that material is out of this world, so. That's just another win for Texas, folks. What the fuck is a kilometer? America wins again, baby! We're actually not in a very good way right now over here. If you could come back to the States and maybe help us fix it, Daniel, we'd really appreciate it. I understand if you're busy, but if you have time to help us, it's a mess here. Yesterday, Danny and I were talking about how we kind of don't like how gendered all of this is split up, because I certainly have stuff in my closet that's women's. Danny wears stuff in her closet that's men's, and both of us are cisgendered. So it's like, these brands are happy to take your money no matter what, obviously. We ultimately decided to divide it up into men's and women's for a lot of these categories so that we could give flowers to more designers who we believe deserve it. But yeah, I actually strongly encourage you, especially if you are a guy, because I mean, most women have at least, worn their boyfriend's sweatshirt or something. If you're a guy, I really do encourage you to figure out if there is something in the women's wear category that does work for you really well. It's worth experimenting with that kind of stuff because you can find some really cool things. Time to get into some really fun shit here. Best texture. The nominees are Bottega Veneta, Spring 2026, look 71. Campillo, Fall 2025, look 20. Chanel, Spring 2026, look 43. Fendi, Fall 2025, look 64. Rick Owens, Fall 2025, look 34. The winner is Chanel. Congratulations to Mathieu Blasi. This is, I said in the review for this show that I kind of have a top 10 tactile experience moments for myself, like greatest things to touch of my whole life. And this actually made the top 10. It is, I have never felt a fabric like this before. It was unbelievable. It looks scratchy. It's not scratchy at all. I wish I could have tried it on. Unbelievable. They really, they showed up on the textiles for this collection. This is well earned. Also, Danny and I basically had like a fight to the death on this one. The nominees for Best Shoulder are Alaïa, Fall 2025, look 20. Antonio Mares, Spring 2026, look 70. Bali, Fall 2025, look 18. Enfants riches Déprimés, Fall 2025, look 1. Mugler, Spring 2026, look 32. We have to give it to the shoulder that we have actually never seen before. The winner is Bali. Congratulations to Simone Bellotti, who is now at Jil Sander. I think Jil Sander very much made the right choice there. He's crushing it there as well, but we had to give flowers to the last great thing that he made during his tenure at Bali. Oh wait, he only had one season, didn't he? Yeah, they snatched him up quick. I feel bad for Bali. Sorry, guys. Here's another one that involved a lot of arguing. The nominees for Best Suit in the women's wear category are Chanel, Spring 2026, look 39. Ferragamo, Spring 2026, look 45. Matière Fécale, Spring 2026, look 1. Schiaparelli, Spring 2026, look 1. Vivetta, Fall 2025, look 24. The winner must be Vivetta. It's a brand that we got put onto this year and when reviewing their stuff, but we had not nominated them for anything previously. Yeah, they snapped on this one. The whole thing about suits and innovations in suits is that if you stray too far from the path, you can really shoot yourself in the foot and it can kind of look sort of clownish. This is an idea that I don't think could have come from anywhere else in the industry, and this is just executed so beautifully. I cannot wait to start going to Milan so I can see this stuff in person. Congratulations. It's a beautiful suit. And the nominees for Best Suit in the men's category are Comme des Garçons en Plus, Spring 2026, look 37. Hermès, Fall 2025, look 44. Kartik Research, Spring 2026, look 4. Simone Rocha, Spring 2026, look 45. Walter van Beirendonck, Fall 2025, look 22. The winner is Comme des Garçons en Plus. This is one that strays very far off the shore and still comes back with a lot of good stuff. What a fantastic idea. Oh, okay, yeah, wait. So the next one is Best Single Fashion Idea, and we need to explain what this actually means. All of the nominations in this category really won't work as product, and maybe they barely work conceptually, but we are looking for who took the biggest risk and then got the closest to maximum reward out of it. For this category specifically, I am going to explain briefly what the idea is so that we don't miss anything here. Alaya, Spring 2026, look 22. At its core, this is a halter top that has never been designed in this way ever. Craig Green, Spring 2026, look 2. The idea here being glasses that emit small lights out from your eyes. Giorgio Armani, Spring 2026, look 38. The idea here being that couples should match, but not in a literal way, but that the outfits should be coordinated and extremely luxurious. Hermès, Spring 2026, look 47. The idea here being the leather top that isn't enough to be a top, that incorporates their fabulous silks as part of the top and changeable as the wearer sees fit. Junya Watanabe, Fall 2025, look 1. It's a moto jacket that it is like that. The winner is Alaya. Congratulations to Peter Moulier. This is an unbelievable idea. There were a few iterations on this same idea in this show. There is no designer that is producing this like sci-fi futurism, but extreme elegance and beauty the way that Peter is. This is just, it's beautiful. Next category is miscellaneous accessory. So headwear doesn't count for this. Shoes don't count for this. Pretty much anything else can count for this. The nominees are Alaya, Spring 2026, look 1. The accessory here being these tasseled leggings. Bottega Veneta, Spring 2026, look 22. The accessory here, of course, being this weeping willow style bag. Ferragamo, Spring 2026, look 50. The accessory here being these cuffs. Givenchy, Fall 2025, look 26. The accessories here being these sleeve opera gloves that extend behind the back and go into a giant leather bow. Hermès, Fall 2025, look 1. The accessory here being the Connect the Dots shadow hack. And the winner is Alaya. It's got to be. The whole show was based on clothes that cry, And these tassels just have some of the best movement that we saw all year. They're absolutely beautiful. I love these. The nominees for best footwear are Christian Dior, Spring 2026, look 8. Comme des Garçons en plus, Fall 2025, look 9. Dries Van Noten, Fall 2025, look 54. Rick Owens, Fall 2025, look 22. Walter van Beirendonck, Spring 2026, look 8. The winner is Christian Dior. Big congrats to our sleepiest boy. This one is super fun. The nominees for best skirt are Alaya, Spring 2026, look 38. Bottega Veneta, Spring 2026, look 31. Celine, Spring 2026, look 32. Chanel, Spring 2026, look 61. Chanel, Spring 2026, look 61. Louise Trotter really came in with a bang. The winner is Bottega Veneta. Insanely good choice for Bottega. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing some of this product in person. Danielle and I were lucky enough to see 1 or 2 shows from her when she was at Carven in Paris, and now she's at Bottega Veneta, and I really hope that she is there for a long time and given plenty of budget to execute, because it's always been very clear that she has great ideas. Let's get into some crazy shit. The nominees for best dress in the category of couture are Balenciaga, Fall 2025 Couture, look 32. Balenciaga, Fall 2025 Couture, look 34. Iris van Herpen, Fall 2025 Couture, look 13. Maison Margiela, Fall 2025 Couture, look 9. Schiaparelli, Spring 2025 Couture, look 27. I know some folks are going to be confused about this one. The winner is Balenciaga. This textile was recently developed. It is some of the lightest weight textile that humankind has ever been able to make. The threads, the individual threads of this material are apparently 1/5 of the width of a human hair, called super organza. This shit is nuts. I also really love that Demna kind of spent his entire career at Balenciaga sort of undermining what traditional ideas of beauty and femininity are, and then ended the whole thing with the ultimate of ultimate pretty princess dresses. This actually is beautiful. Next up are the nominees for Best Single Women's Look, and just to briefly explain the qualifications here, this takes into account not just a particular item, but everything about the look. The environment that it's in, the model selection, the styling. If makeup is relevant, then we determine the makeup. What the individual items of the outfit are, how they all go together. It's the entire thing. Like, is the model giving us the sauce as they walk? That is relevant. The nominees are Alaya, Spring 2026, look 45. Chanel, Spring 2026, look 43. Dries Van Noten, Spring 2026, look 19. Enfants riches Déprimés, Spring 2026, look 18. Hermès, Spring 2026, look 1. The winner is Alaya. Congratulations to Peter Moulier. I'd like to just point out something about this win specifically. The budget that Peter Moulier is working with at Alaya is nothing compared to everyone else who was nominated on this list. The best bang for your buck in the whole industry is Peter Moulier. Alaya is a fantastic company that makes fantastic product, incredibly imaginative runway shows, and they just do not get credit for how much they are stretching a very limited quantity of money. And I think that is something that should not be a hidden piece of information. I think that should be noticed by everybody and celebrated. Peter Moulier is crushing it with very, very little budget. Congrats, my man. He also has an adorable dog, so I think that's also pretty relevant here. Best single look for the boys. Let's go. Comme des Garçons en plus, Fall 2025, look 17. I Am Men, Spring 2026, look 16. Jil Sander, Fall 2025, look 30. Martine Rose, Spring 2026, look 4. Versace, Spring 2026, look 40. I have to give it to her. Frey Kawakubo, Comme des Garçons en plus. It's perfect. This is obviously very wacky. I understand that some people might look at this and be like, what? That's the best look. You should go watch the review and look into this a little bit more. This show is just, it's fucking brilliant. Specifically for this one, the wackiness is so much in contrast with the seriousness of the topic of this show that it further emphasizes the seriousness. In and out of context, no matter how you slice it. This was it. Menswear Look of the Year. That is the main block of awards. Now we're getting into some kind of different types of awards. Best Runway Set. The nominees are Alaya, Spring 2026. Celine, Spring 2026. Chanel, Spring 2026. Prada, Fall 2025, Men's. Rick Owens, Spring 2026, Men's. The winner is Celine. This was one of the most beautiful shows that I have ever attended. Sets are something that can really enhance the storytelling of a show. Can't make a bad show good, but I mean, when it's a good show already, the runway set can really, really enhance and contextualize it in a way that really sets it off. If you're interested in that, we have an interview on the Patreon with 2 architects that work as a team designing runway sets for different brands. We talked to them for almost an hour, and they gave us some incredible insights into the ways in which a location can affect the runway show, the collection, the meaning behind the collection, everything. Here's a great one. Most underrated brand. The nominees are Albert Kriemler for Acris, Joseph Altuzarra for Altuzarra, Nicola Di Felice for Courrèges, Julian Klausner for Dries Van Noten, Hannah Rose and Stephen Raj for Metier Fical. And the winner is Albert Kriemler, Acris. This is maybe the most underrated luxury brand of all time. This brand does not get the flowers it deserves. The level of textile innovation at this company, the high level of execution, their focus and attention to quality is unparalleled. Acris is one of the few brands that gives us a great deal of time to learn about the product specifically before every show. We have multiple incredible interviews with Albert Kriemler up on the Patreon right now, where he's able to go into pretty extreme detail as to why it is for, oh, this just looks like a regular jacket, except this is really not a regular jacket because look at all of these things about it. He is able to explain his own work better than maybe any other designer I've ever met. You should absolutely consider that to be part of your fashion education because I consider it to be part of mine. You should watch those interviews when you have some time. Best small brand. The nominees are Metier Fical, Altuzarra, Mame Kuraguchi, Simone Rocha, Vivetta, and the winner is Metier Fical. The two of them are so committed to craft, and I don't think they get the appreciation that they deserve because they're not interested in changing for you. Like Hannah Rose is going to keep wearing the corpse paint, and they're going to keep dressing really freaky and just making the weirdest stuff that you've ever seen. I have been up close with all of those clothes, and I cannot speak highly enough of them. There are no nominations. There's only a winner for this category. We're going to now run through the best show from each calendared city: New York, London, Milan, Paris. The winner of the best collection of New York Fashion Week is Altuzarra, Fall 2025. They're the best in New York. They consistently show the best in New York. It's crazy. And again, I see very few people talking about them, and that's a shame. The winner of the best collection in London Fashion Week is Simone Rocha, Spring 2026. Simone has continuously demonstrated that she is able to take her core concept and expound on it in a million different ways. I keep thinking this is so specific because a lot of it's about childhood and dressing dolls and stuff, and then kind of proportionally blowing those dolls' clothes back up. Daniela owns a couple of things by Simone Rocha. Our engagement party that we had when we were getting married, she looked incredibly cool and was wearing this just huge, gorgeous Simone Rocha dress. Queen of London. The winner of the best collection during Milan Fashion Week is Bottega Veneta, Spring 2026 by Louise Trotter. It's her premiere. She really started up with a bang. It was the best. And there are now 2 eras of Milan Fashion Week at Bottega Veneta that we are missing, and I am so angry about it. I must go to one of these shows. The winner for the best collection at Paris Fashion Week goes to Chanel, Spring 2026, the debut of Mathieu Blasi. We said it in the Paris Fashion Week mega video. I still stand by it. We are so lucky in the medium of fashion that more often than in pretty much any other art form, the right person gets picked for a job. Mathieu Blasi was the right choice for the most well-known house in the whole world. I think in fashion, that's something that we have that's a little bit unique to us, and it is something that we should remember and celebrate. Obviously, there's lots of bad stuff about our industry too, but man, when it's good, it's really good. We got a few more. Let's keep moving. Best Couture Show. It has to be Schiaparelli, Spring 2025 Couture by Daniel Roseberry. He continues to show up. We've had a solid half decade of couture shows from this man, and he just continues to produce excellent work. He don't miss. The nominees for Designer of the Year are Jonathan Anderson, Mathieu Blasi, Glenn Martens, Peter Moulier, Louise Trotter. Peter Moulier, he's the one. Especially considering all of the factors that we discussed before, I think Peter Moulier is the only choice here. He is working with such a limited budget, and he is achieving things that someone with, in some cases, literally 10 times, 50 times his budget, he's able to compete with the best in the world. It's insane. He is the most exciting designer in the world right now. Danny just beamed and was like, I couldn't agree more. Here's a category that we pretty much can only have this year for the year of 2025 because the industry has been shaken up so much that it's there's so many people falling into new positions and stuff. The best debut collection of 2025. The nominees are Louise Trotter for Bottega Veneta, Mathieu Blasi for Chanel, Jonathan Anderson for Dior, Julian Klausner for Dries Van Noten, Glenn Martens for Maison Margiela. Mathieu Blasi, Chanel. If you're looking for some kind of proof that any of these things are in fact worthy of the awards that they are winning, I again can't contextualize it completely in this video because that's not what this video is for. We have contextualized the shit out of these collections. You should absolutely go watch the mega video when you're done with this one if you're curious. Finally, best collection of 2025. The nominees are Alaya, Spring 2026, Bottega Veneta, Spring 2026, Celine, Spring 2026, Chanel, Spring 2026, Rick Owens, Spring 2026. I had to do it to him. It's Chanel, baby. My thought life is occupied so much more by Chanel than it ever has been over the course of my entire obsession with fashion. And you'll notice that all the nominations for that were from the Spring 26 season. It's because we had an incredible season. This is outstanding stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. If this channel in general is something that you get a lot of value out of, if this is something where you watch the episodes multiple times to really sink in the information, you put it on to energize you while you're doing a project or while sewing, all I would ask is that you put that back into the channel. Shares are great. When people come up to us in person, it makes our whole week. We really appreciate the encouragement that people send via direct message. The honest truth is that the lights that we recently bought so that things can look like this instead of changing every 20 seconds because of the sunlight out of the window that we had used for years to light the video, this stuff costs money. Our goal is to be able to do this literally for the rest of our lives. And I believe that we are offering work that is worthy of someone spending an entire career on that, of two people spending an entire career on that. So if this just auto played for you and you honestly are like, this kind of sucked, I don't want to watch this anymore, I would never ask you to give money to something that you don't personally believe in. But if this is a project where you see value in this that you can't find elsewhere in the industry, I would just ask that you back that value up with support. I think that we offer the best coverage in the entire industry. Love you guys. We'll see you next year. This has been really fun. This is the second award ceremony that we've ever done. I'm looking forward to more. Looking forward to getting to fight with you over who gets best coat next year. Love everybody. See ya.